What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 26 of the Hexagon Challenge here with New York City FC. And today I'm taking on New York Red Bulls in the US Open Cup semi-final. Before we get into this episode, I want to apologise for the fact there's not been an episode of this in a few weeks. I say a few weeks, it's been a week and a bit. Honestly, don't really have an excuse. I was ill last week, but that doesn't really cut the mustard. I've been busy, obviously, with the Road to Glory. Draft Mode series has taken up a bit of a time, and kind of this thing's been put on the back burner a little bit, which isn't where I want it to be, really. But at the same time, you know, certain circumstances have prevented me from being able to do videos, and of course I have also been streaming on Twitch, which if you don't follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/workthespace, go check it out. We do stream FM, including the old Liverpool save if you watch that on my channel. Either way, today, as I mentioned, we're taking on our New York rivals in the US Open Cup semi-final. Now, the reason I'm doing this episode really is because it's a pretty big game for us. Since the last episode, we've played 5 games. We lost against Orlando City 4-3, and since then, we've been getting back to winning ways, including a win on penalties against San Antonio Scorpions, and then 3 MLS wins, the first of which came against Montreal Impact. That was a pretty good result there. Doumbia grabbing a brace, which was pleasing. Also, Romagna getting his first ever goal at the club. We then beat DC United 2-0. As you can see, Doumbia getting another goal for us, as well as Penna. And then in the last result, we played New England Revolution. And again, we won 3-1. A good result. Brahim Diaz grabbing a brace this time. A player not exactly known for his goal-scoring prowess, the 21-year-old, but he did it for us there. And yeah, all in all, a good little run of results, really. I'm pretty happy with how they went. Anyway, as I mentioned, today we do take on New York Red Bulls. This will be a slightly shorter episode because, as you can see, we've played less games. But this is a big game. The US Open Cup is a bit like the FA Cup in England, for people unaware and unfamiliar with kind of American football. The significance of this competition being that if you win the whole tournament, you actually get a spot in the Champions League. And as you can see, last year, in the 11 of the North American Soccer League, I think they're part of NASL, they got a spot in the Champions League through this competition despite being a fairly small team who aren't actually an MLS side. This year there's only MLS sides remaining. There's ourselves, New York Red Bulls, who we play, and then the winner of Seattle Sounders v Colorado Rapids will play us in the final for that final spot. So yeah, fairly big game. I do quite like the US Open Cup just because it has a few kind of rules which actually I think would make the English FA Cup a little bit more interesting. One of which is a limit on foreign players. I believe you can only have 6 foreign players in the match squad. It might even be 5. As a result, obviously our team is slightly weaker because we do have a lot of foreign players, but at the same time, we have a fairly strong American team that we can play at our disposal and that we are going to have to play today. So I'm kind of happy with that. We have got a little bit of an issue in the centre attack and mid department, and that is because we do have a few injuries to speak of. I'm trying to work out what the best compromise is going to be here. And I think what we might do is we might play Cesar Leon in goal, the American, and then bring in a centre attacking mid as one of our foreign players. In fact, that is what we're going to do. And I think we're going to bring in Brahim Diaz. He played well last game. We'll give him another chance here. So this is the team we are going to go with. It's going to be Leon in goal because we have to have an American goalkeeper. Left back, we are going to go with Tim Ream, who joined us, of course, in the summer. Centre backs, we're going to go with Keane and Romagna. Keane, a player who, he's okay. He's not a bad player. We signed him for 20k from Wolverhampton Wanderers this year. And he's not played a lot, but he's a good English player or American player. And he kind of fits the mould here. I'm so used to managing in England, any player that is not foreign is English, apparently. Anyway, at centre-back we do have Romagna, just a little bit of experience there, the Italian player, a very talented player at that. Right back we're going to go with Kevin McCauley, another youngster. Centre defensive mid, we go with Robles. Pretty happy with this guy. He's 20 years old. Of course, a good little player joined us from Waitakere, hoping he can do a job there. Alongside him in midfield, we are going to have Rabiot. And then in our front three, we go with Brahim Diaz, Patino, and Del Palacio Lange. So a few foreign players there. Patino, the only non-foreign player. But he's a very good player, the American, of course. Again, another player who joined us from Waitakere. It's kind of funny how Waitakere ended up being a feeder club of sorts with us moving to America immediately afterwards. A kind of, I want to say, a fortunate accident, really. It wasn't really something I anticipated was going to be of massive benefit to me at the time. But as it transpires, it really has helped us. Either way, up front, we do have Seydou Doumbia, of course, the Ivorian, 32 years old, but banging in goals for fun in MLS, 13 goals for him. Not scored in the Open Cup yet, but he has only made the 1 appearance. So that's the team. You might notice a little bit of a change here in the two centre mids. I've started playing the deep line playmaker slightly deeper. The thinking behind this is he can drop deep to get the ball a little bit, but then because he's on support, he will push forward, whereas Rabiot in that centre mid defend role will kind of hold the fort and allow the players around him to move, and I think it is going to benefit our build-up play quite a bit, and it has helped in the games we've played so far. Anyway, let's submit our team and get into this game. Okay, we can't have more than 5 foreign players. That's because I've not taken Savic off the bench. So Josh Noto comes on for him. We do have a backup goalkeeper in Dan Richardson. We actually have another goalkeeper as well in the form of a virtual player. So anyway, let's submit our team here. Only 6 subs from a possible 7. I mean, we can't really help that. We are the favourites going into this game, of course. We are taking on our New York rivals. Red Bulls this year, they've been a little bit better than they were last year. Last year, I believe they finished bottom of the conference table, which isn't great for them. They were expected to finish a lot higher. So we'll have to see how they perform here. They've been better, but we are top of our MLS kind of conference. We've had a bit of a rough run when it comes to the live comms so far this year. I believe we played Philadelphia twice and lost to them twice. And I can't remember who the other game was against, but I feel like we lost that too. I think it was against Seattle. Granted, we do live comm the tougher games. And the last game, we had a lot of new players who had come in the summer transfer window. But at the same time, this is the kind of game where we can set the record straight. I can show you guys what we're made of, hopefully. Although, well, a good tackle there by Del Palacio Lange. Now Doumbia, 2v2 here. We have pace. Brahim Diaz. Back to Del Lange. Options in the middle. Can he get it in? He can't. He goes for what would have been a somewhat selfish effort, but it would have been a good goal. And with 10 minutes gone, I mean, not a lot of action to speak of here. It's been a pretty tight game. 20 minutes and ticking, and, well, no clear-cut chances to speak of. We have had 2 shots blocked, it's worth noting. We might have a chance here. Robles to Romagna. Doumbia, finish that, my son. Hits it straight at Blake between the sticks. A disappointing effort by the Ivorian. Keeper didn't even have to move, but it's the first clear-cut chance, and it's come our way, and, well, I'll tell you now, this has been a fairly 50-50 game. New York Red Bulls really putting up a fight today. Last year, as I mentioned, they struggled in the league. They have been improved this year, but they are surpassing what I was expecting of them right now. And, well, we're 12 minutes over added time, and they might have a chance here right at the death. It's saved by the keeper, and Romagna will get it away. And that will be the end of the first half. Unusual to have a highlight to end the first half, but we did go in at 0-0. It was a half chance, really, saved away by the keeper, which was nice, but... Well, New York Red Bulls, they're probably the better of the 2 teams right now, and I'm thinking we might switch to our more traditional kind of 4-4... it's not 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, and make a few changes here and there. I think we'll play Diaz at right wing. He is right-footed, and he's not terrible in that area. It's a shame he can't play it more naturally, but we'll go with that change. It's not a massive change, really, just switching to one of our more conventional systems. I am still kind of playing around with this idea of having 3 centre attacking mids. I need to work out what roles are potentially going to work for us here. Either way, it's still 0-0 here, and New York Red Bulls are doing pretty well, and, well, Del Palacio Lange is injured, and we have to make a change. I'm going to bring in Sapong, CJ. He will go out onto the right. We'll move Brahim Diaz into that preferred position in the centre of the attacking midfield. But yeah, this has been a really weird game. We've had the only clear-cut chance, but to be honest, there's not been a lot of chances at all. And with 20 minutes left, it's 0-0. It will go straight to extra time and penalties if it has to. I really don't want it to. And they might have a chance here. Palgueta and Romagna, that could be red. It could be red because he's last man. Is it a penalty or is it a free kick? It looks like he's given the penalty, in which case it's not usually a red card in FM, and it's not. But New York Red Bulls here with a chance from the spot. Well, it comes onto our second choice keeper, Leon, to try and make a save. No pressure, mate. No pressure, but if you could save it, that'd be great. He does save it. Let's go. Okay, I kind of said that quite condescendingly. I'd like to issue a formal apology to Cesar Leon, our second choice goalkeeper. I didn't mean it. I mean, he'll probably make a horrific mistake now. Palgueta, I mean, he's made another save. Who is this man in goal? Why did I sign a new keeper in the summer? We didn't need him. We've got Leon. I mean, he's on a 9.2 all of a sudden. He's kept us in this game, but, well, New York Red Bulls, they're on the attacking. I'm not a fan of this. What is this all about? Back post, Leon saves again. It's another clear-cut chance. What is this man on? I almost want to drop our midfielders deeper, but I don't think that's actually going to help us here. I might switch the wingers. Around. I don't have a load of options on the bench, unfortunately. Ream is struggling for fitness. Rabiot is struggling. Diaz is struggling. I'm going to take off Rabiot. He is one of our big players, but Damian Lowe can play defensive mid. So we'll just drop him a little bit deeper, I think, and play him on support, and then switch Robles. to defend. I think that's what we're going to do. A little bit controversial perhaps, but we need to make some changes. We need to mix things up, and I think that's going to be the way to do it. We have 3 minutes left of regulation time. Diaz with a late free kick, whips it in. How has that gone over? I think it's hit the crossbar and hit the keeper on the back of the hand and gone over the bar. I don't understand. We might have another chance, Sapong. Well, it looks like, I mean, what a save that was from that free kick. He somehow managed to get it over the crossbar, even if it was with an element of fortune. And we are going to extra time. Aggressive, far from pleased. Still 0-0. The fact we've not scored is the reason we're losing or not winning this game, boys. Granted, I mean, in goal, Leon has played a blinder, but we've made some changes now. You know, we've changed the system a little bit. I don't want to change it too much more in the time remaining in this game. We've got some fresh legs on as well. I have still got one sub left which we can use and we might use. But yeah, we'll see how things pan out here. I really hope this is the pointless highlight at the start of the half. Romagna, nice tackle on a yellow, so it's important that he times that right. Right. They're on the attack. Gabriel Ramos. I mean, I'm looking at you again, Leon, and he stands up like a tree. Like an old tree that doesn't want to move. He doesn't want to get down. I don't even know what that... I've just compared a man to a tree. Maybe I should nickname him Groot. That would make sense. That's a reference that not many people are going to get, I feel like. If you got that reference, please leave a comment. Let me know. Right, I'm going to take off Tim Ream. He's really struggling now. Romagna's struggling as well on a yellow, but Ream slightly older. Wouldn't mind getting in Riccio to play left back for us. Either way, though, 0-0. 15 minutes left. Not often you have a game that goes completely goalless all the way to penalties. Maybe one team is going to break the deadlock late on here. I mean, I'm looking at Seydou Doumbia. He's looking a little bit tired on the pitch. But I mean, Seydou, my man, if there's a time to have an impact, it'd be now for us. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. Ball whipped in by Diaz. Options in the middle. Keane's there. Cleared away. But can the ball come in? Second time of asking. Diaz, near post. Doesn't even beat the first man. And now, well, New York Red Bulls are on the attack. The Red Bulls, can we stop them? The Bulls are charging. They've seen red. Back to Afete, one of our former players. A player we signed and then we had to give up because of the wage cap. Keane with a nice tackle. Afete, again, our former man, mopping up play. I thought he was going to make a mistake there, but that was in my dream. Red Bulls on the attack. Ball whipped in back post, and this time Leon cannot save it. And, well... the Red Bulls finally break the deadlock. What do I change to now? What do I check? Do we go? I think we have to, don't we? We have to go to like the 4-3-2-1 or whatever this formation is. I don't know letters, so just make it up. This is horrible. This is actually horrible. Right, this is the team we're going to go with. I think we've got to go on the attack. We've got to see what we can do here. And see what we can do is what we are going to do. Not really tried this system much. We only have, well, not a lot of time to try and make something happen. We're going to the 3-4-1-2. Not conventional, but we have 8 minutes to get a goal in a game, which, to be honest, we've been dominated in. Like, New York Red Bulls, they've been all over us for the majority of this game. We've really ridden our luck. I mean, I'm a little bit surprised. I feel like, you know, perhaps missing a few of our key foreign players has hurt us. I mean, granted, we did only scrape through this tournament against San Antonio Scorpions on penalties. But, I mean, whoever that is who's dived for the header, Riccio, the guy I brought on, I mean, maybe that was a mistake bringing him on because that was an awful header. Right. Team talk time. Aggressive. Show some passion. We have 5 minutes to try and get a goal. I don't think it's happening. It's not happening. That's going to be game over right there. We lose in the US Open Cup semi-final. I mean, it's not great, boys, if I'm honest. It's not great. We really rode our luck in that game. We were fortunate to even get it to extra time. So to lose there, I'm not surprised, but I am disappointed, I guess. And ultimately, our hopes really lie in the MLS tournament itself for the kind of next, what would you call it, the next Champions League spot. Granted, we do have a little bit of a cushion at the top, but our form has been a little bit iffy of late. Either way, hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. This might be a double upload day. I say might. Let's say if we can get to 600 likes. That's quite a lot, but if you can hit that, 600 likes, new episode later today. I'm not sure when it'll be. It might be at the end of the MLS season. Maybe I'll do the rematch against New York Red Bulls. Who knows? Hopefully you guys will stick around for that. If you've got any comments about this series, let them know down in the comments. Again, apologies for the fact these episodes haven't been more regular, but hopefully you are enjoying them when they go up. And yeah, that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.